Hello students, how are you? I think all of you are fine. Dear student, in this session I am going to start our new topic which is interest on capital. In this session we will become aware that how interest on capital is determined. Okay? And this topic interest on capital is very important for the preparation of PLI preparation account. Dear student, I have written one question on my whiteboard, and with the help of this question I am going to explain you how to calculate interest on capital. So see that in this question I have given two partners name A and B. There are two partners A and B, and they have started their business on 1st April, and their accounting period is going to close on 31st March 2020. So accounting period is beginning from 1st April 19 and going to end on 31st March 20, and rate of interest on capital is 10% per annum. Okay. Now in this question I am giving you one example that suppose if A is starting partnership with contribution of 1 lakh and B is starting with contribution of 1,50,000 on 1st April 2019. After that, on 1st July 2019, A is again contributing 50,000 rupees, but B is withdrawing 25,000 rupees. Whenever you are seeing plus sign, so it is the symbol of contribution, and whenever you are seeing minus sign, this is the symbol of reduction in the capital. So if A is contributing rupees 1 lakh on 1st April 19, after that on 1st July 2019, A is contributing 50,000 rupees more, and on 31st December 2019, A is withdrawing 75,000. After that, the same way B is also starting partnership by contribution of rupees 1,50,000. After that, on 1st July 2019, B is withdrawing rupees 25,000. After withdrawing 25,000 rupees on 1st July 2019, B is again contributing rupees 50,000 on 31st December 2019. Okay, so there are three transactions which I am showing you regarding contribution of capital or withdrawal of capital. Okay, and you always keep in your mind that your accounting period is going to close on 31st March 2020. Now, how to calculate interest on capital I am going to explain you. See now. Suppose if I am talking about A and B from 1st April to 1st July. So you simply, this is solution. Okay. Now see carefully. From 1st April 19 to 1st July 19. So they have 1 lakh rupees. A is having 1 lakh rupees and B is having 1,50,000 rupees. Okay, and they are having this 1 lakh and 1,50,000 rupees from 1st April 19 to 1st July 2019. After that, from 1st July, A and B both are making change. What they are doing? A is contributing 50,000 and B is withdrawing 25,000. Okay, so they are having 1 lakh capital and 1,50,000 from 1st April 19 to 1st July 2019. So how many months are there? April, May, June, 3 months. So 3 months. 3 months interest will be calculated. How? 1 lakh 10% into 3 upon 12. In the same way for B also 10%, 3 months. Okay, so this is interest on capital from 1st April 19 to 1st July 2019, 3 months. After what they are doing, from 1st July they are making changes in their capital, and what they are doing, A is contributing 50,000 and B is withdrawing rupees 25,000. So because of A's contribution, now A's capital is 1,50,000. How? Because they started, means A started business with 1 lakh, and on 1st July what A is doing? A is contributing 50,000 more. So 1 lakh started here, 1 lakh A contributed at the beginning of the business, and after that from 1st July he contributed 50,000 rupees more. So now A's capital is 1,50,000 from 1st July. Okay, so from 1st July 19 to next change till 31st December 19. Okay, so from 1st of July to 31st December they are having capital A is having 1,50,000. How? Because earlier time at the beginning he contributed 1 lakh, and after that on July he contributed 50 rupees more. So now his capital is A's capital is now 1,50,000. Okay, and same way for B also. B contributed initially at the beginning 150, but after that what he is doing, he is withdrawing 25,000 from 1st July. So his capital means B's capital is going to reduce by 25,000. How? So B's new capital is rupees 1,25,000 because it started with 150 and after that 25 withdrawing. So what is his capital after withdrawn? 1,25,000. So we have to calculate interest on capital on A and B from 1st July to 31st December. Yani July, August, September, October, November, December. 6 months. 6 months interest. Okay, so 1,50,000, 10%, 6 upon 12. Same way, 10%, 6 months. So this is interest on capital from 1st July 2019 to 31st December 2019, 6 months interest. After that what they are doing from 31st December, what they are doing from 31st December, A is withdrawing 75,000 and B is contributing 50,000 more. So what they are doing, B is contributing 50,000 and A is withdrawing 75,000. So what will be the effect on their capital from 31st December? From 31st December means it will affect from 1st July. Sorry, it will affect from 1st January 2020. Because if A is withdrawing 75,000 on 31st December 2019, so it will show effect from 1st January 2020. In the same way, B also contributing 50,000 rupees, so it will also show effect from 1st January 2020. Okay. So what you are going to do now? You are going to do interest on capital from 1st January 2020 to 31st March 20. Why? Because your counting period is going to 31st March 2020. So January, February and March, 3 months. 3 months. So same way, A is having 1,50,000 but he is withdrawing 75,000. So now A's capital is 75,000 only. How? Because initially he started with 1 lakh and now on 1st July he contributed 50,000 to 1 lakh plus 50, 150. But from 31st December what he has done, he has withdrawn, he has made a change by deduction of 75,000. So now his new capital is 75,000 only. 1 lakh plus 50, 1 lakh 50 minus 75,000. So how much new capital? Only 75,000 for A. So same way for B also. If B started with 1,50,000, but what he is doing from 1st July, he is withdrawing 20,000. So 150 minus 25. So new capital is 125. But after that 125, what he is doing? 125 plus 50,000. So now his new capital is 1,75,000. So 75,000, 10% for 3 months. Same way here also 10% 3 months. Okay. So you will find interest on capital for 3 months here. So 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and this is 3 months. 9 and 3, 12 months. So after that you find the result from this 3 months, for this 6 months, and for that 3 months, and find the sum. This sum will be interest on capital for A and B. So suppose I am doing first of all for this 3 months. So amount will be 2,500, and here 1,250, here 7,500, here 6,250, here 1,875, after that here 4,375. Now simply find the total to determine total international capital for 12 months. So now I am going here for A, take this 2500, then after 7500, then after this 1875, and your total international capital will be 11875 for A. Same way for B also, take this 1250, after that this 6250, after that take this 4375, and your total amount will be 11875 international capital for B. So by this way we can find out international capital for A, B if partners are contributing their capital, if partners are withdrawing their capital in between accounting period. So how we can determine international capital, I have explained you. This is my first video for international capital part 1. Okay, in my next video you will see that what are the other rules regulations for international capital. Thank you, and solve the questions on the basis of this topic.